Good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss the Republic Act 9344, also known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. In Section 1, it states that this act shall be known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006. It shall cover the different stages involving children at risk and children in conflict with the law from prevention to rehabilitation and reintegration. So this Republic Act states that this act encapsulates or integrates those children who are at risk or in conflict with the law performing the different conflicts or perform actions against the law from prevention or putting them into jail, and they were going to be in the rehabilitation or reintegration for them to perform their actions or to correct their actions which are against the law. In Section 2, which is the declaration of the policy, the state shall recognize the vital role of children and youth in nation building and shall promote and protect their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. It shall inculcate the children or the youth to patriotism and nationalism and encourage them to involve public and civic affairs. So in Section 2, it explains the declaration of the policy in which it recognizes the vital role of the youth or us, the youth of the nation, as the hope of our nation. So instead of putting those youth into the jail, they are put into the rehabilitation center in which they can promote or develop, or there are people who can help them to promote and protect them, their physical aspects, the moral aspects, their spiritual aspects, and the likes, in order for them to build a patriotism or nationalism in them. Next is the state shall protect the best interest of the child through measures that will ensure the observance of international standards and child protection, especially to those which Philippines is a party. Proceedings before any authority shall be conducted in the best interest of the child in a manner which allows the child to participate and express himself or herself freely. So in the proceedings, in the declaration of this policy, the proceedings shall be performed in order or where the children is where he or she is in her best or his best interest, in order for him or her to allow or in order for him or her to participate in that specific proceedings and to express himself or herself freely in that which align to the international standards of the child protection. C. The state likewise recognize right of children to assistance, including proper care and nutrition, and special protection from all forms of neglect, abuse, cruelty, and exploitation, and other form of prejudicial to their development. So in letter C, it explains that the state must recognize the right of the children in their assistance, which includes their proper nutrition, their proper care, and protection of all forms, avoiding the cruelty, the abuse, and the exploitation in order to have a well-being or in order to maintain the well-being of the youth or the children who are can belong to this certain Republic Act for their development. And letter D, pursuant to Article 40 of the United Nations Convention of the Rights of the Child, the state recognizes the right of every child, alleged, or accused, or adjourned, or recognized as being infringed of penal law to be treated in a manner consistent with the promotion of child's sense of dignity and worth, taking into account the child's age and desirability of promoting his or her integration. So in Section D, it aligns to the Article 4 of the United States or the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, which our state or the Philippines recognizes the right of every child who are infringed of the penal law can be treated in a manner that is consistent to the dignity and the worth of the children, in which taking in account or accountability which align to the child's age and desirability of the promotion, or in which that certain child can be put into prison or not. In letter D, E, The administration of the juvenile justice and welfare system shall take account into consideration the cultural and religious perspective of Filipino people, particularly those individuals who belong to indigenous peoples and the Muslim, consistent with the protection of the right of the children belonging to these communities. So, this Republic Act does not only focuses on the right of the children as well also as their cultural and their religious beliefs, in which, for example, is if certain cases might happen that there is a children or a youth who perform crime which belong to a religious group or cultural group such as Muslims and indigenous people, they or the state shall provide their right or their respect or provide considerations into the cultural perspectives of that certain group which aligns to the right of the children performing that certain action. And letter F, the state shall apply the principles of restorative justice in all its laws, policies, and programs applicable to the children in conflict with the law. So in section 2, um, Article F, in which the state shall also apply those principles of the restorative justice in all types of laws, policies, and programs which aligns or which is applicable to the children who are in conflict with the law. So let's proceed to the section 6, which is the minimum age of criminal responsibility. It states that a children or a child 15 years of age or under at that time of the commission of the offense shall be exempt to the criminal liability. However, that child shall be subjected to an intervention program pursuant to the section 20 of this act. So, in this Republic Act, those children who are in conflict with the law aging 15 and below, they are exempted from the criminal liability. Instead, they are put into the rehabilitation for them to develop or protect their moral, spiritual, and different aspects of their life. However, that certain child can be subjected into the intervention program pursuant to the section 20 of this certain act. Again, those children who are in age 15 and below are exempted of this act, or they are the one who belong, or the one who belongs to this certain Republic Act. In section 7, determination of age, which state that a child in conflict with the law shall enjoy the presumption of minority. He or she shall enjoy all the rights of child in conflict with the law until he or she is proven to be 18 years old or older. The age of the child may be determined from the child's birth certificate, baptismal certificate, or any of the persistent document. In the absence of this document, age may be based on information from the child himself, testimonies of the persons, and the physical appearance of the child and other relevant evidences. In case of doubt of the age shall be revolved into his or her favor. So in the determination of the age for the person or that certain child which is in conflict with the law is based on its birth certificate, baptismal certificate, and if this document are absent or the absence of these documents, the age may be based on the information of the child himself, or what age does he or she have by questioning that certain child, or the testimonies of the other person which relates or related or the relatives of that certain child, as well as the appearance of the child and its and the several evidences that we can that the law can use in order to determine the age of that certain child. In this law, age is very important because if you are 15 years old and below, you are exempted from the criminal liabilities. However, if you age 18 and above, you are liable, or you are responsible of your actions, or the crime that you perform is you are the liable of that certain actions that you perform, and you will be persecuted and you will be put into the jail because 18 years old and above is not minor anymore. So This Republic Act 9344 is for juvenile only, those children aging 15 and below. So who are the person who are responsible for the protection of this child? First is the GSWD, which they are responsible for the protection, or there is a certain Bahay Pag-asa, which was stated by Sir Inkoy last meeting, that in here, the students or those youths or those children who are in conflict with the law are put in that certain convention or center for their development and protection. So, what is the importance of this studying this Republic Act? So, studying this Republic Act, which aligns to our subject, is important as it focuses on the rights of the juvenile students or the juvenile childs or those juveniles or the youth as a whole. So it is important for us to provide the rights of the children and to for us to be aware on the appropriate rights of the children and the appropriate things that we must apply or we must teach in the near future. And that's it for today. Thank you for listening and goodbye.